Hey everyone, it's Lisa with Mimi's DIY Journey. Thanks for joining me today. So today I am going to do the other August challenge, which is a one-page wonder. So we had a vote on what we wanted to do, and it was a tie between the one-page wonder and the stuffed envelope. So yesterday I did the stuffed envelope. Today I'm going to do the, one-page wonder. So we are going to make this cute little folio. It turned out a lot cuter than what I thought it was going to. So it has a pocket here on the front, and flip it open, and we have a pocket right here. And then we flip it open again. We have a pocket here, a pocket here, and this is actually a pocket with a removable notepad. And this only has 4 pieces of paper, plus I made a backing so that I could slide it down in here. This time I think I'm going to make that just a little bit different. It does not like to slide down in there very well, but it is removable. So you use it up, you make another one. So, and then I just put a piece of seam binding around it as a cute little closure. And I thought this would be adorable. Just glued down onto your page. Okay, I think I made tying that more difficult than what it needed to be. So that is what we're going to make today. I just thought it was so cute. So I am using the digital kit Grace in the Gray. It's designed by Pam over at Silver and Sparkles. So I'll leave a link to her channel and her Etsy shop in the description box below. So I printed out another one of the pages. This is printed on cardstock. And then I backed it. I printed on both sides. That's what I'm trying to say. So I am going to trim the white off here. And I guess I could have done that off camera, but it's okay. Hang on, I don't have that quite straight. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to look really cute. Glued down to one of the journal pages that I put in my journal that I'm making. 3-ring binder journal. Let's see. I think I got that straight. Okay. And there, I did not measure on this really. Well, I guess I did a little bit. So if we fold this up, yep, that'll work all right. Let's do it this way, because I think I did it the other way on the other one. So I am just going to fold this up, and I am just going to leave, I don't know, maybe, what, an inch? Yeah, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the top. And then I'm just going to fold it. Then I'm going to varnish it there. Okay, now I'm going to get my scoreboard. This is the only measuring that I did. And I'm just going to leave it folded. Grab my little... Now, if you want yours, because mine is a little offset here, in here, you can fold it to where there's not that much of an offset, I guess, where they line up more, I suppose. So I did score 3 inches, but this time I think if I did 3.5, I'm going to do 3 1/4. So I'll just lay my paper down, the longer part down, and I'm going to score at 3 1/4. We'll see what that gives us. What's the worst that happens? We have to start over. Now, I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm going to score at 3 1/4 again. I think that's going to be okay, and I think it's going to close that gap just a little bit. So I just turned it over so that I can score the back side, and that is it. Okay, so I am actually gonna open that up like this and fold on those score marks. I did not do that on the other one, and I should have done it that way. All right, now I'm just gonna ink these just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so on this mark, I am going to cut just a tiny bit to the left and to the right of those. And that's just so that I can take out that little score mark that we made. And it's going to help this to fold up just a wee bit better. Okay, and then do the same over here. Just a smidge on either side of those score lines. And I'm just going up to that score line here. Okay, and now I am just going to trim these off. Like so. I think I kind of pulled that more than I cut it. All right. So that is going to give us room when we fold this up. And that did close in that gap just a little bit. So on this one, I scored at 3 1/4. And then, ouch, on this one, I scored at 3 inches. So depending on how you want to do it. I think either way is going to be fine. I think that one turned out adorable. So that's my thoughts. Okay. Now I'm going to open this back up and I am going to lay it flat like that. And I'm actually going to need to turn this. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to put this side hang on, because I don't want to do that wrong. Oops. So just let me look. Okay. So I'm going to put this side of my ruler, yes, on this score mark right here. And then this side of my ruler, I'm going to line up with the point of that corner. And then I'm going to take my knife and cut. So then that way my pocket is about an inch, maybe inch and an eighth up here, but it's at a point here. I hope that makes sense. So on this side, I am going to line this side of my ruler up with this point, and then I'm going to take this side of my ruler. No. I'm going to line this side of my ruler up with that score mark. Oh Lord. And this side of my ruler, because I want this side to have that wider band here. I hope I did that right. Yes. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. I hope. Keep these because we're going to use them. All right. So there's our little folio. I am actually going to go ahead and ink. We'll just ink around the edges of these pockets. Ink here. Okay. Try and hurry. I don't want to hurry too much because then I'll make a mistake. Okay, and then I want to make sure that I'm inking here and across the top. Oops, and along the side, don't bend your paper. Okay, and then I want to ink there and here. Okay. All right, I think that's good. And I am using the bundled sage on this. I really, really liked it. Okay, so we can go ahead and glue our pockets closed. And then I am just using the PVA glue. And I am going to go along this edge. And then I am going to go along this edge over here. And then just fold that up. And then this one, I'm going to go along here and here. And same with this one. I want to go along here and here. There we go. All right, now we can use these as little pockets. Go ahead and ink. Okay. So since this has a little busy here, I'm going to use this one. It's just a little more plain. And I am just going to go along two sides here and here. I guess side and the bottom. And then I'm going to put that there. And then this one is going to go right here. So I'm holding the side that I don't want glue on. It just helps me because I am a goofball and would glue the wrong side. Okay, and then I'm just going to put this one right there. And I am staying back away from the side and the bottom here, so there is a little bit of a gap right there. All right, so there's our little folio. So cute. Okay, and then I have this video pack of paper. So I am just I got this on clearance at Walmart, I think. And I'm just using 4 pieces. And last one I made just a little too wide, so I am going to lay my paper down, and I want to keep just a little bit. I should go just a little bit smaller. Trying to make it small enough so that it'll stick down in there. Oh, and then our height. Okay, like so. We'll set this to the side and grab our paper cutter here. Okay, and then I'm going to keep these, I'll put them in my scrap drawer because they might come in handy for another little notebook or something else. And then I still got a little bit of a pencil mark here. All right, now I don't care too much for the gold, so that's why we're going to cover it up. I am just going to staple these together like so. Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. I sure did not want to do that yet. These are a little bit thinner. All right, let's just pick these out. It's okay. Because I wanted to show you something that I thought was kind of cool. Because I did do it on the other notebook, so I wanted to make sure that I did it on this one. Okay. So I'm not going to show you guys with these, but I will show you with this one. So I have this nifty little tool. Come on, focus. There we go. Looks like something out of the medieval times or something. Just a smaller version. So I am going to line my ruler up with the bottom of this gold. And then I'm going to take this and roll it along the, oh, I got two pieces. And then it makes perforated paper. Isn't that so cool? I think it's okay. That's what I wanted to do with these. So I'm just line that up at the bottom and then roll across, really crooked. Okay. Line it up. It's easier for me to start from this end. Yeah, just make sure that the holes go through. Line this one up. Oops. Okay. And last one. Okay. Oops. We'll have a mini perforated notebook. All right, staple again. Now that we're ready for that. And then now I am, the last time I just used scraps and this time I don't want to do that. So I don't know why I didn't have this little page out, but I wanted to use prior. Where? I literally just printed out more of this bit. Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's, I don't think it's really gonna matter here. I mean, the majority of it's going to be towards the back, but what wraps around to the front, I didn't really want to be upside down. Okay. Let's, ouch. So I'm going to want this. I don't know, maybe we should start with this side. Maybe. Okay. Or we can just take the center. How about that? And then that way we don't have to worry about any directional paper. Sounds good to me. All right, keep that. Toss those. All right. And then let's just pair that. And then now we can where's my pencil? Okay, so right there. So then this piece we want to come up. That should be okay. I am just trying not to measure. Okay. But I think this will turn out all right. I think so. Okay. It's a little long. Okay. Let's tear a tiny bit more off. All right, and now we should be fine. Yeah, if it's shorter, that's all right. Because this is like, this is weight to put down in the pocket. And then make sure it's going to slide down. And I think we're going to need to make it just a little thinner. Yeah, let's make it thinner, which means we're going to have to cut our little notebook down. So the thinner ones that over here would have worked. Okay. Go this way. Okay, so I am going to put some glue. Stop where that paper stops over here. And I'm just trying to cover up that gold. And I want my ruler. and my knife. I'll just put that down just a little bit. Yeah, see? That would have worked. It's okay. That's all right. Okay. And then I am just going to put a little glue here and then a little glue here. Not much because I still want this to go down far enough. How did I do that other one? I don't remember. I don't remember now. Okay. So now our hopefully cute little notebook. Yep. Will slide right down in there. I like it. Okay. So let's get us some stuff for our pockets here, here, and here. All right. I am going to keep these. Right. So I have printed out more of these. Nope, those are too big. So let's use these first 3 cards here. And of course, you can stuff this as much as you want, as little as you want. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, that I had something in each pocket that I could show you guys. Put that to the side because I want this little card. And I'm going to cut out this one as well. I don't think I did on the other one, but then I want to make sure that we get a sentiment, maybe 2. Okay, this I'm not using, so I can move that over. All right, and then let's cut these out. Okay. That one. So I hope everybody is having a good weekend. Weekends just don't seem to last long enough. Okay, so let me find the sentiment real quick. They should be like right on top here. So here. These All right, so one for the front. We could fit one over the pocket. What did I use on the pocket on that one? Oh, permission to rest. I used these. That's what I used because they're small enough. Okay, where's my, oh, there they are. So this is Fresh Start. Oop. Okay. And how about Grace? Just in case we need it. Okay. And then I get my stamp here. See if it'll be myself just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. All right. That might be enough. If we need more, we got it. All right. So let's take this one around the edges. And then we're going to ink. Okay, oops. And then we slide that right down in there. And then we'll take this one and around the edges. Okay. And oops, you set up there. That one can go right there, like so. Actually, we're gonna need, I think, one more little sentiment because we have 4 pockets and I'd like to put one on each pocket. I didn't do that on the last one. So this one, Fresh Start, or nope, this one says Grace. So we'll just put it right there. And then the little stamp, cute as can be. Oh, let's get the top. Oh, I did. I'm silly. So there again, you can decorate as much as you want or as little as you want. There's plenty of ephemera with this kit. We could even put something up here. I would have just dug these out a second ago. I have somewhere. I have those, but there's another sheet of those that it's all of them, I think, on one sheet, and they're smaller, which I think would be better for that, but am not. Oh, here they are. See? Let's see. There's all kinds. And of course, I want this one all the way up here. I want to get the one that says hope. So I am just going to cut all of those. And then cut straight across here. And this. And this one. There we go. We're going to ink. Now, this would have been cute if I'd backed this with some like packing paper or something, but it's okay. It still looks cute across there. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. So then a fresh start. We'll put right here. Perfect. Okay. And then we need something for right there, but let's get us one of these little tags here, and I'm just going to round the corners of that bottom part. So we can put us a tag in this little pocket. Adorable. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this one since it's out. And then, you can punch, like a little slit in that and put some ribbon on it, which would actually be really, really adorable. So let's get us some ribbon. And here's my little punch already. We'll just slide that through there. And then I always tie it twice. I do right over left and then left over right. And it seems to help even them out to where they'll both stand up. Okay. There we go. Slide that back behind there. And actually that can actually be put down just a little bit shorter. Okay, there we go. I like that. And grace given. It's out. Let's use it. And this is kind of a khaki color, creamy color, whatever. So it'll go with that ribbon a little bit better. There we go. So grace given. Hey. Oh, that is super cute. I like this one better than the first one. All right, and then I have this creamy color seam binding. Make sure I have enough. Always trim it down if it's too long. Okay. And there we go. Now what would really be cool is if I could find some seam binding that was in the color of a sagey green. That's what I need, is a sagey green. Because I do use a lot of sagey green. I do. All right. So I got a mess there. All right. So there's the one we made. And here's the prototype. Yep, I think I like the second one better. And honestly, I think we should switch those. I think this one should go to that one and this one here, and it'll match that ribbon. That's what I think. So there's our little pocket on the front, and then our little inside pocket. We can even put some more, like another little sentiment here, little pocket here, little pocket here, with our little removable notebook with perforated pages. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate you being here. I hope you like this little one-page wonder. I think it turned out super cute. And now I just need to incorporate it into my journal that I am making. I am going to cut this just a little bit. A little bit shorter. So yeah, when I do that, because I got this and then the stuffed envelope that we made, that I need to work in there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put that on one of the dividers or if I'm going to put it on one of the pages when I start adding pages in. So I'm not sure just yet. There we go. How stinking cute are those? All right, guys, I really hope you like this project. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. That is the best way to support me. And don't forget to hit that notification bell and select all so you don't miss any future content from me. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.